Hi friends, sorry there's been such a big gap in posts. We're shooting from Samuel's room today though, and we're continuing on in Philippians. So I'm going to read chapter 1 verses 12 and 13. I want you to know, beloved, that what has happened to me has actually helped to spread the gospel, so that it has become known throughout the whole imperial guard, and to everyone else, that my imprisonment is for Christ. And most of the brothers and sisters, having been made confident in the Lord by my imprisonment, dare to speak the word with greater boldness and without fear. So what we can see from the passage is that other people were encouraged by Paul's sufferings. Or more specifically, Paul was in a hard situation. He was in prison. He was suffering persecution. And even in that off-season, Paul preached the word. Even in that situation, he was Christ's ambassador. And it's because Paul had been an example in that situation that he was able to encourage other Christians who were going through that same situation. It's only because Paul had been through sufferings that his brothers and sisters could learn how to spread God's word even through their sufferings. Paul got through it, so others knew how to get through it. Now, one of my good friends, he went through that transition from school to work a little bit earlier than everyone else, and he had a hard time because no one else knew what he was going through. But when I had that same time, when I had a hard time starting work, he knew exactly how to encourage me because he'd done the same thing. He'd been there. Now in Galatians 5, Paul talks about loving each other, bearing one another's burdens. And I know for sure that every one of us has a burden that we bear, if not more than one. Something that weighs us down. And even with guidance, it's hard to know how to preach Christ in that situation. And what makes it even harder is the stigma that we have in our culture of sharing. We don't share. And if we talk about our struggles, people think, or people will think, oh, he's just having a whinge, or toughen up, princess. So what we need to do is countercultural. We need to share. And for those who have been through hard times and have proclaimed Christ through that time, share. Share with your community of believers. Now for those who are going through hard times, take that step and share. If you don't have someone to share with, find someone. Join a community group. Share your burdens with others who have been through the same thing. Now, I definitely don't have the answers, but God's people will, through God's word. And if you'd like to share your burdens or your stories where times have been hard, maybe just write a one-line reply down the bottom. If you've been able to proclaim Christ through hard times, especially, make sure you share. I look forward to seeing some replies. Until then, God's peace be with you.